Would you like to understand why you should practice doing things you dislike in life? Then listen to this entire video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to learn more about self-development, dating, and how to reduce suffering in life. Okay, let's go. So there's a sort of a conception in life that you should only follow and practice things you're passionate about, that make you happy, etc., etc. Now, I to a degree disagree with this conception, this idea, because it is not aligned with the true nature of reality. And the true nature of reality is that life is pretty damn difficult and challenging. Okay, so here's why you should practice things you don't like doing. So you'll always have things in life that you dislike, no matter where you go. It's almost like I said, an inherent trait in life. These challenges, uncomfortable situations, you'll kind of never escape them. I mean, let's say a goal for many in life would be to amount to riches, to be very wealthy. Let's say you're a billionaire. You will still essentially be forced to do certain tasks that you just don't like. For example, you have to call up your trust fund manager to deal with the paperwork, and he needs your legal signature and confirmation, which cannot be supplied by anybody else apart from you. So you need to sit down with him for a few hours and do some paperwork, which is really boring. And you're a billionaire, like, you'd have all the resources in the world, but you still have to do these boring, dislikable tasks. And I think the key here is to practice doing things you dislike. Because when you do this regularly, you create a habit of doing things you'd rather delegate to someone else. And as you repeatedly undergo these uncomfortable tasks, you create this habit. And you eventually don't realize how uncomfortable these tasks are anymore. You sort of mold this mindset, this positive mindset, to whenever an uncomfortable situation arises. And you just go for it, and you just do it. And you consequently remove the dislikability of the task. And when you encounter a task that needs to be done in the future, it won't impact you anymore, because you're not you don't hold up this expectation to continually only be happy and do tasks that you enjoy. And your expectation of always doing fun things decreases. And you start to get the hang of the real nature, or the true nature of reality, and that it's not always fun and games. And because you decrease the expectations of always doing fun things, you actually, from one aspect, you actually increase your rate of happiness, because there's a cool concept that happiness it's an equation. So happiness equals reality minus expectations. So if reality is larger than your expectations, you're happy. Yet if the expectations were higher than what actually happened, then you're unhappy. And when you build this habit of doing dislikable things, your expectation to always to expect pleasant things goes down, because you understand that it's not always like that. And then your equation is more likely to reap a surplus of satisfaction, because the reality is better than what you really expected, and hence you leave with more happiness. And some examples of things you can practice which maybe aren't so fun or boring or uncomfortable is cleaning your room. That is also delayed gratification, because you're putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation now for a reward later, which is the clean room and clarity in your brain. Because my grandfather used to say, if you have a clean surrounding, you have a clean brain. If you have a messy surrounding, you have a messy brain. Administrative paperwork, that's a difficult one for me. I really don't like doing it, but I mean, I really should do it more for myself, I have to say. But that's another task that is usually boring, but good to practice. And finally, which lies close to my heart, is studying a course at university which you're not necessarily passionate about. I'm, for example, doing a Masters of Science in Finance and Investments, and I'm really not passionate about it, honestly. But I do it, and it's good to practice doing things you don't like, because you just sit down and study, and I don't dwell on the idea that, oh, this is boring, I'm not enjoying this. I just do it. And if I can if I can extrapolate that mindset to other aspects in life, then I think that's very beneficial, because you construct this toolbox to dismantle uncomfortable things in life without really it taking a hit on you. And I think that's very valuable. All right, so in conclusion, you should practice doing things you don't really enjoy, because it increases your ability to stick through hardships in life, challenges, and you also increase your rate of being happy, like feeling the emotion of happiness, because your expectations go down, and you become more resilient in life, I'd say, because you get to understand the true nature of reality better. The let's say the darker side of, or the mundane, which is very real aspect of life. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to learn more about also the nature of reality, self-development, dating, and how to reduce suffering in life. Thank you for listening.